Hi, welcome back to A Wine Glass Half Full. I'm here today with my special guest and great friend, Chet Hutchinson. Chet Hutchinson is a senior partner for Human Resource Business Partners. And my guess is, or my assumption is, that of all the very successful people in the wine industry today, Chet probably knows 70% of them. So Chet, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you?
Sure, Gordon. Doing good.
Good. So Chet, tell us a little bit about what's happening in your world, how you're seeing the market. Give us the lowdown.
Well, in our world right now, it's a world of employment and a world of training. We're starting to see employers making some real good comebacks right now in terms of number of people they're hiring right now. We find more people being hired now than in the last 3 to 4 years, just with the number of requisitions that's open right now in the business.
And how was it a couple of years ago leading up to this?
It was very slow. It was slow, almost stagnant. People at the time were looking for jobs, companies were laying off people. It was a miserable place to be within our wine industry at the time.
Right.
Most of the majors were laying off at that particular time.
And why are you seeing this resurgence, or what is driving this resurgence?
I really believe we're starting to see the economy comes back and full force. The wine business, like any other business, has been hurt a lot, but we're starting to see a resurgence with that business now. Those employees that were laid off by companies a few years ago are now companies are starting to rehire those people again to fill those open positions. Wineries are starting to sell more now, more wines, especially during the holidays and things coming up. We're finding, a lot more happening right now than we saw 2 years ago.
And so, what is the what's the current kind of like, to generalize here? What is the current attitude of the company or of the prospective candidate? How has that dynamic changed?
Well, by and large right now, companies that have a lot of openings right now are willing to bring people in, not necessarily in the same level of people that they let go. They're bringing in employees that are making a little bit less, probably have a little less experience than some of the people they let go. Finding a lot more openings for street workers right now for that type of salespersons. We're finding a few more marketing people right now being added to the portfolio as the portfolio is starting to grow again by most major companies. But the majority of the jobs we see right now are probably 90% sales jobs.
Okay. And so what advice would you give to small to medium-sized wineries that are looking to find the right candidate?
There will probably be 3 things that I would say to that small to medium-sized winery. Number one, don't be afraid to look at talent that's been laid off for a period of time. A lot of the talent that's been laid off is due to no cause by that particular person that was laid off. Companies laid off based on the fact they was trying to reduce their bottom line costs and expenditures. A lot of the employees that were let go because of that, not because they were dead woods or so forth and so on. So many of those employees are still looking for jobs right now. Others have gone into other industries. So my advice would be interview the persons well, look at their background and experiences, and those people have been out more than 3 to 6 months, still got good experiences for our industry. They should be looked at.
Yeah.
I would also say you're going to find people that will probably take a little bit less. I would always say to a company that hire the person at the best possible offer you can give them. If you don't, you're not going to have a loyal employee who's going to stay with you for a long period of time. And then thirdly, if you got a person that's a little bit older, they've got a little bit more experience also. They can probably get a sales done much quicker than somebody who's been around the industry for 1 or 2 years. So that person that might be 45, 50, don't overlook them. They've got good experiences they can bring to your business.
So it sounds like what you're saying there is a lot of companies are looking for younger talent that are a little bit less expensive.
Younger, less experienced, less money, absolutely.
And you're saying don't overlook.
Don't overlook the people that've got the experience who's got us here.
And what do you see? What do you see in 2011?
I see a lot more openings right now. I see a lot more companies coming to the table to hire a lot of people. I still think that we're going to see more sales and marketing people than we will see any other type of professions being hired. I think we'll also see more financial people being hired this year.
Great.
Less in terms of winemaking and production and vineyard workers, vineyard managers, but certainly more in terms of the sales overhead part of the business.
Right. And so finally, the question that I have is, why would I use your company versus going to wine jobs? What is the difference there, and how do I afford to work with a company like you?
Sure. Wine jobs, you're going to get it for cheaper. I think it's like $250 to run an ad right now.
Right. You're
going to get 300 to 400 people that's going to apply. You got to go through all of those resumes and so forth, and that's going to cost you a lot of time to do that. I think that you can waste a lot of time going that direction. Some companies have been successful by finding people like that. Recruiters like myself, we have our pulse, hand on the pulse of the industry here, and I think we can bring good candidates to you much faster with the experience that you're looking for. I will also say to a company, don't be afraid to negotiate with your recruiters. Many of the recruiters, including our own company, we certainly have reduced our fees in order to accommodate what our clients are needing right now in terms of people right now. And I certainly think that any recruiter that wants to work will certainly negotiate with you.
Excellent. Well, that's great advice. I really appreciate it. Well, I want to thank Chet Hutchinson for being here today. I'm sure most of you know him. He's a wonderful person and a strong professional, and he always offers me great advice. And I want to thank you today as well.
Thank you.